Should you play Hunt Showdown in 2023? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you all the information I can about the game to answer that for you and give you my own thoughts. So if you don't know what Hunt Showdown is, it's a PvPvE sort of extraction royale shooter where you can go into a game solo, duos or trios to basically hunt down a boss, kill the boss, loot a bounty token from it and extract. But there's also other players in the game and you can have up to 12 players in each game. And in this bounty hunter mode, there will be one or two bosses. And what this does is it really helps to bring all the players together in either like one or two main locations to pretty much duke it out. So you will always get PvP in every lobby you play in Hunt Showdown. But to find the boss, you need to find these things called clues. And they're just these little circle things on the ground that you interact with. And they're always at these certain compounds throughout the map, which again will draw players into. So you will get combat before the boss. Not always, but sometimes you will fight other hunters before you actually get to the main fight. And again, that's another thing that helps to draw players together for that combat. And the combat in Hunt Showdown is really tense. And it is just so damn good when you wipe out another squad. Pretty much a headshot is a death with every weapon in Hunt Showdown. Each weapon has like a max range, and I believe at that max range is what the max damage it will do, if that makes sense. So if you get a headshot with a pistol at extreme range, or revolver we should say, it may not be a one-hit kill. But if it was a bolt action rifle, it probably will be a one-hit kill. But during the main gunfights, death is just waiting for you. It's just one click away. And because each weapon does a lot of damage per shot or can one shot kill with a headshot, pretty much every single weapon is a viable option in this game. And there's not really many games that can say that. A lot of weapons in other games you just won't use just because they're not good. And as you play this game and take out other hunters, you can loot their weapons that they've been carrying, and you will see such a massive variation in the loadouts that other hunters have been taking in. Everyone just uses everything. There's no real meta weapon or loadout. There are strong weapons, like taking in a big shotgun like a double barrel shotgun or a lever action shotgun with a big revolver called the uppercut, because that's good at range, but you can still get outclassed at range against a proper rifle. And there is a ton of different weapons in Hunt Showdown. Like I've said, there's various shotguns. There's like a double barrel shotgun, pump action shotgun, a lever action shotgun. There's various bolt action rifles like a Mosin or a Lebel. There's lever action rifles like a Winfield, single shot rifles, various revolvers, crossbows, mini crossbows, bows, and just melee weapons. And that's not to mention all the different types of consumables you can bring in with you. Anything from health injections, first aid kits, stamina shots, poison grenades, various dynamite, molotovs, jars of bees, barbed wire grenades. There is so much stuff you can bring in to tweak your loadout and give yourself a very specific playstyle if you want to play like that, or you can just keep changing your loadout all the time to give yourself that variation. Now with all these weapons, they're pretty useless if the game doesn't have good gunplay, and Hunt Showdown does have very good, if I would say quite simple gunplay. There's no bullet drop with the weapons in Hunt Showdown. Yes, there's drop with the crossbows and the bows, with the arrows, but there is bullet travel, and each weapon, depending on the ammo it uses, will have different bullet travel speeds, so you'll need to adjust your shots based on the weapon and the ammo that you take in. Initially, when you play Hunt Showdown for the first time, it may be a bit strange in using the weapons because the crosshairs and when you ADS are not in the center of the screen, they're a little bit lower. I don't know the reason for this. It's just a quirk of the game, but you will adjust to it and then you will be just used to it and it'll be fine. Like other extraction royale shooters, there are AI. And in Hunt Showdown, I think it's one of the best uses of AI in these games because, well, most of the time, these AI are just one-shot kills. Either shoot them in the head, use a melee weapon on them, it will just kill them on one hit. There are some stronger AI that take a few hits, or you can just, go around them. But what these AI serve in terms of the game, at least how I see it, is what I call them as sound traps. because whenever you disturb an AI, they will make a certain sound, like they get aggravated, or when you kill them, there's a sound of them dying. The AI for me largely exists to give sound or audio information to everyone else in the game. You could be approaching a compound and you will hear some dogs start barking or a zombie getting angry. That's pretty much telling you there's other players in that compound. Now you might be thinking, with the AI being pretty much one hit kills, it's quite boring to fight them, but it's satisfying running along with some knuckle dusters and punching a zombie in the head to see his head explode. It's quite fun and stress relieving, to be honest, and you can quite easily forget how much noise you're actually making when you're fighting these AI, because whenever you kill an AI or aggravate one, you are just pretty much shouting in VoIP, "I'm here, come kill me." But remember, all the other hunters are doing this exact same thing. So when you are going through the maps, just keep your head on a swivel at all times. And there are other sound traps, I call them, that are not AI. There's things like crows or ducks. If you get too close to them, you'll disturb them, they'll fly off. There's twigs that you can walk over and they'll snap. Again, this is stuff you need to keep an eye out for so you avoid them and listen out for, because it can give away position of an enemy. There's been so many times I've been walking around and suddenly I hear a twig snap and I look in that direction and I can see other hunters running around. But most of your fights will happen in these actual compounds where the clues and the bosses are located. And each of these compounds have different layouts and different themes, and some of them have like unique monsters or at least unique skins for them. There's places such as like a farm, a sort of small town, a fishery, a church, prison, and many, many more. And with these little compounds, there's all these little secret ways to get into different buildings. So if there's players held up in a building, there's probably like a ladder you can get through or a tunnel you can get in to get from underneath, or windows you can jump through. So people that like to turtle up in buildings, there will be a way you can get in there to deal with them. In other extraction shooters, I would say the main draw of playing and progressing is the loot. But that's not the case really in Hunt Showdown. In Hunt Showdown, it's your actual hunters. You recruit these hunters using in-game currency. You cannot purchase this in-game currency. There is a premium currency that you can use to purchase like premium cosmetics. And the weapons and equipment are quite cheap, really. Some of the bigger weapons do cost more, but like I said earlier, pretty much every single weapon is viable because every single weapon can one-shot kill someone. So you could go in with the cheapest weapon and easily take out someone who's just spent lots of money on the most expensive weapons. And you unlock extra weapons just by playing the game. When your account levels up, you can unlock extra weapons, and then by using those weapons you can unlock variations of them, such as using the Mosin Nagant can unlock a Mosin Nagant with a bayonet or a scope on it. But the reason why the main draw of this extraction shooter is not the loot and it's the hunters is because you can level up these hunters as well up to level 50, and each time you level them up you get upgrade points for them, and you spend these upgrade points on perks, and you cannot purchase these upgrade points with any money. It's just stuff you earn by ranking up your hunter. And these perks do give you good advantages, such as being able to heal more, being able to revive people from a distance, being able to recover from poison quicker, be more resistant to blunt damage, to fire. There's so many different perks that you do want to get that hunter and you do want to rank him up, because you will be stronger. Not stronger in terms of being able to not get shot for less damage or have more health. Those are consistent in the game, but you can be more resistant to special effects and being able to like loot more or track people that have been poisoned. And when you have a hunter that is a high level getting close to rank 50, it sucks when you lose them. And when you get them to rank 50, nothing special happens. It's just a good feeling. It's like a good target. Because when you get your hunters to a good rank, you can retire them. And when you retire those hunters, you get XP for your account, which will boost your account level, which will then mean you can unlock different weapons for your account. So it's a good thing to do. And there is a prestige system as well. When you get to an account level of 100, you can prestige, which wipes your progress, gets you to start again, and then you can go through that same cycle of ranking up to prestige again. So what about the content for the game? How much stuff is actually in there? In terms of the amount of weapons, I can't really answer that. There are so many, and each weapon has variations for them, and plus you can get these premium skins for them, which sort of go into your loadout as an extra weapon. In terms of maps, there's only 3 maps in the game, which sounds really, really bad, but these maps have been designed extremely well. The amount of maps won't be an issue for you. Yes, it'll be good if they release another map. I've no idea if they are working on another map, and these maps do have like a different feeling to each of them. So they are really good and it won't be an issue. I did look to see if there is a current roadmap, but I cannot see one on the website or on Steam. But development is still happening for Hunt Showdown. You still get new weapons, new premium cosmetics, patches, fixes, and tweaks. And you get new events. At the time of recording, there is the Inferno event, which has a chance of changing each map into pretty much like a fire variant, where there's these massive fires going off across the map, which blocks access to certain areas and creates like a massive smoke effect. It looks really cool, and it is a really good event. But what about player count? I know people are always concerned about player counts with multiplayer shooters because if the players aren't there, you're not going to get games. And Hunt Showdown, while it first appeared on Steam in February 2018, I can't remember if that was early access or just an extended beta period, but it did officially launch in August 2019. Now, if we look at February 2018, it had a peak player count of 10,296, and today, February 2023, it's had a peak player count of over 30,000. So the player count has been pretty much consistently growing throughout its life cycle. Yes, it'll drop down a little bit and peak back up, but as the trend, it is growing. So you will have no issues finding matches anywhere, anytime. I think Hunt Showdown is one of the best first-person shooters you can play today. I recommend playing this game 100%, especially if you have a couple of friends where you can jump in with trios or duos. Solo is fun, but it is more difficult. But playing with some friends is awesome in this game. And I regularly play with one of my friends called Redcoat Viking. He's got his channel. I'm not sure if he's going to do any Hunt Showdown content, but it's good watching him die all the time. And because of the age of the game, whenever there's a Steam sale on, Hunt Showdown will most likely be on sale. And because that's a lot of different DLC cosmetics available, a lot of those are on sale regularly as well. Pick this game up as soon as you can. It is so damn good. And on this channel, I will be making Hunt Showdown guides and gameplay content. So if you're interested in that, and if you like the video, please give this a like, subscribe for more, and thank you for watching.